All right, hello and welcome. Time to look into playing some Grand Arena on this Darth Loquitur account. Ah, nice. All right, I asked if you could read the Wookiee's shirt in the thumbnail, and SWGOH Gameplay says that he can, so that's good. All right, that's the... Those are my spring break thumbnails. I got Darth Vader with a drink on the beach. I got Jabba wearing a party time t-shirt at the beach. And I got a Wookiee at the pool. Kyber Sose says that's a good Wookiee shirt. Man, I was trying to put the symbols in there. I was trying to put minus arms equals fun. But the minus and the equals messed it up. And for some reason, the program would absolutely not recognize that as legitimate text. And it started putting like alien sayings on the shirt that were nothing like, you know, what I told it to do. But if I just used all the words, then, you know, it could spell it out. So limitations of the AI generator. But yeah, BB Aftermath says, what up? Get him, DL. All right. Get him. Oh, speaking of get him, before I forget, I got to get in here and do my thing for the day here. Where is it? There it is. Man, I got lucky. I told you guys I'm doing that 5 pulls of the character for the 6,000 crystals or whatever. And I got 2 cards with 12. Usually it's just like 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, something like that. But I got, I think, 3 7s and 2 12s. So I got a lot of shards. I'm going to be able to go up to the next tier right away here at the start of the event and start cashing in some additional shards. Fantastic. All right. I think we just put this in auto, right? I mean, these are just nonsense. I don't think there's much value in playing them. BB Aftermath says, woo, glad I could help. All right. More shards. Gimme more loot. All right, so my opponent put a tough defense on. For anybody who watched last week for my last round last week, I got a full clear. But I dropped a couple battles and I said, man, like I feel good that I full cleared, but it wasn't a very high banner full clear. My opponent beat me by 4 banners. And he played at the very last minute. I went in there and looked like, I don't know, an hour before the GAC ended. And he still only had 1 battle played. And I thought, oh, okay, well, I guess he's not going to play and I get a win here. And then when I went and checked my mailbox later, it said you know, that I lost by like, I think I got, what was it, like 1734 or something like that. He got 1738. I don't know. It was close, but yeah, he beat me on banners. It was exactly what I feared might happen. He got just a few more banners than I did. The wisdom of playing second, right? You know exactly how much stuff you need. All right. You're singing Arnold's 5 and 7 and 7 and 5 song now? Oh. What's that? Arnold has a song around 7s and 5s? I didn't know that. I haven't watched something from Arnold in a while now. Yeah, my ability to keep up with the game is limited at the moment. come on. Let's get it done here. Hey, we got another character down. Trying to kill this Shock T, but she's having none of it. Oh, there we go. Nice big hit. Evil clones, man. I'm excited to have some evil clones in the game, huh? Dark side clones. Whenever I say clones or talk about clones, I think of that lady from Austin Powers. I'm trying to remember what her character's name is, the lady. But she just like screams out, "Send it to clouds!" Send in the clones. Is anybody else like that, where little lines out of movies and stuff like that stick in your head, and then in the future, like, you think of them all the time? Like, sometimes somebody will be all humdrum and they'll say something like, whatever. And I always think of the robot Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I think he was voiced by, I'm so bad with celebrity names, but yeah, he was voiced by a famous person. You recognize his voice instantly if you heard it. But somebody will say something, and I'll think of Marvin. There's a scene in that movie where I don't remember exactly how it goes, but he has there's a weapon that makes other people see your point of view or something like that, and he shoots a bunch of guys with it, and they all just like lay on the ground. They're all depressed. Oh, why bother? It's pretty funny. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I can't remember the actors' names. Like, I have a horrible memory for that stuff. But, like, just these little tiny snippets, these little bits and pieces of movies stick with me. BB Aftermath says, isn't she number 3? Isn't she number 3? Sorry, I must have missed what you were talking about. Okay. In Austin Powers, the ladies, is that her character name? Is she just number 3? Let me look. Austin Powers, number 3. Images. It doesn't bring up her images number 3. Number 2. Maybe it is. It could be. Could be that she's just number 3. Yeah. All right. So, Grand Arena. Let's get in here and take a look now that I've secured my Apo for the day. Apoplectic. All right, back to Kyber 3. Sadness. Our opponent for this round is TRH216 from the Question Mark Guild. 12.7 million galactic power. It's funny. I've almost caught up to people in galactic power. I've over 11 million on my account now. But when I look at other people's accounts, at this level, it's funny how much more, like that 1.5 million extra galactic power, it seems like really a lot of stuff. Even though it's only like 10%, but yeah, it feels like a lot. All right, Galactic War Battles won 33,000, so 8 years played. Good stuff. In inventory, I mean, we just expect these days to see everything here, and confirmed it's all the stuff. And then we come over here and we expect to see all the things, and confirmed 9 Galactic Legends. all the new stuff. Baylan, Ahsoka, great mothers. So this player's up to date on all the things. Didn't buy the Ewoks, though, or the Jawas. So Gear 12 on everything. There was a collaboration I did like 3 years ago. And I was talking in the collaboration, I was talking about the trick to use Ugnaught to generate the scrap materials efficiently. That's back when you still had to be able to like click on a character that actually needed that armor in order to make it. And one of the guys said, I can't do that. And I said, well, there's several characters that have that piece on them. And he said, every character in my account is Gear 12. And I remember thinking at the time, I was like, my goodness. I couldn't imagine having every character in the account at Gear 12 back then. So years have passed, and you can see this guy has everything but the newest stuff is all at least Gear 12. So pretty complete on this account. He doesn't need Cairo for nothing. Imagine the GP bloat for GAC. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But he was a player who didn't care. You know, he was one of those people that he didn't play the game for GAC. So it wasn't about getting the highest GAC score. I miss that, man. I really miss galactic power mattering. But I understand why they couldn't do it, because it takes away the incentive for people to spend money. So that's not a good business plan. They had to change it. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Okay, so let's take a quick look at mods just for the funsies. Ezra Bridger, fastest non-GL character, 358. That's okay. It's not that impressive, though. 332 on Cat. All right, so he's got some fast mods, but I think, honestly, we'll have a speed advantage in some circumstances. So that's good. At least we've got something in our favor. All right, so his defense. In his defense, Lord Vader, Baylan Skoll, Galactic Legend Ahsoka, complete with Ezra Bridger, Queen Amidala with no Datacron. So sad. Jabba the Hutt. Rey is down bottom. Gungans are here. Great mothers. So I can see a route through this. So if we can use the Star Killer here, some kind of Jedi team here, gas. We'll try the Night Sisters on Jabba. If it doesn't work, this is kind of the conundrum. If it doesn't work, I'm really going to have to figure something out, because the alternative there is SLKR to try to do that battle. If I can't do that battle with SLKR, I might have to do like JMK and try to pick it apart that way. Then I'll have to use Bane up here. But I need my SLKR for this Baylan, because I keep looking at counters, and almost every counter that's used against Baylan is SLKR. So yeah, if I have to use SLKR somewhere else, that's going to be a problem. So we have to hope that we can get the Night Sisters to do something. And then if we can't, we'll have to, like I said, we'll have to use Bane up top on the Queen Amidala team, JMK on the Jabba team, and then we'll have to figure out some tricks. But yeah, hopefully we can get Jedi to work on the Gungans, get gas to work here. Now we saw that gas didn't work very well into the group that had Enoch in it. So this group doesn't have an Enoch, but it does have these brothers in it. So I'm wondering if I should even try gas here or if I should save gas for something else. And, try to do something else here. Fun fact, Dr. Evil was just Dana Carvey's impression of Lorne Michaels that Mike Myers stole. Dana Carvey's impression of Lorne Michaels. Interesting. Her name is Frau. There you go. Jeff said it. Her name is Frau. Ah. Yeah, Frau. Yeah, funny stuff. Man. Yeah. Like I said, those movies are worth it. Worth a rewatch someday. All right, so I'm going to go back to the GAC counters, and I'm going to look, and I'm going to see if there's a difference in the Great Mothers with what people use against the Knight Brothers. Not a lot of instances of both of them being in there. Okay, here we go. Malgus, SLKR, it's pretty much all that's getting used. Yeah, I don't see gas getting used into the Night Bros. What else we got here? Treya, Lord Vader. Here's gas into the Night Bros team. Without Enoch. Okay, there's a version of it here without Enoch. 86% win rate. Another version of the team with Asajj, 85% win rate. So he still has a pretty good win rate against that team. I think it's worth trying. All right, so Gas, Jedi, Starkiller, Night Sisters. And then we'll see what we've got left after that. All right, let's use these Night Sisters. Quality of life improvement. Why can't they make it so that your squad, select a squad? Why can't you put a Datacron with the team? It would be so convenient with all the changing Datacrons all the time if you could select the Datacron that you want to use with a certain team and just have it there with the team. Not have to search for it. I would like that. We need that one with resistance penetration. We've got a couple of them with resistance penetration. I know this one has a lot, but we're using that with our rebels. Armor penetration. Here's 79% resistance penetration. Okay. It's got tenacity on it, though. If I could get one with no tenacity, that would be better. 36%. 45%, that's got even more tenacity on it. Ding dang do. I could swear that we had one with good resistance penetration that didn't have tenacity. Well, it looks like this one's going to have to do. I don't really want the extra tenacity, but I need the resistance penetration if I'm going to kill a Relic 9 Jabba within the allotted time. All right. Why not tenacity? Because in this Night Sister counter, you actually want your Night Sisters to die. Marin you want to keep alive, So you put some tenacity here on Marin. You know, you get her tenacity up so that she'll resist the bombs and stay alive. I've got 237% tenacity on her. But then for the rest of the Night Sisters, you want them to get covered in bombs and blow up and die. Strange as that may seem. Okay, let's get in here and try to navigate our way through this matchup. All right. Here we go. They're on DACA. Basic. Okay, they're targeting Marin now, which I've got a stealth Marin. Whenever they target her, if they target her again the next round, then it's just over for us. Oh, like that. Oh, no. Really? We get everybody back except Marin? How is that real? Well, let's stack up the plagues. I got to get going, because if we do manage to get Marin back somehow, we're going to need the time. Stay off of DACA. Stay off of DACA. Stay. Loss. Didn't kill anybody. I found as much tenacity on Marin is better, because 40% on the other Night Sisters doesn't matter. I've actually had problems with it before. I suppose I should have looked at the potency here. No, there's no potency. I've actually had problems with the other Night Sisters not dying, you know. Tenacity is an all or nothing stat. Yeah, well, I mean, it often works. We hid Marin, but I mean, there's that 20% chance that they'll target her when they shouldn't target her, and then it goes downhill from there. I think we've got to use JMK here now. I mean, I don't. If I use my SLKR, I don't have something against Skull. So this is kind of like, feels like this is what we have to do here. Maybe take Shock T. Maybe take Padme. Maybe even Padme would be good here. I don't think, well, you know what? We may want a Padme team somewhere for something. I don't know. We're going to take Padme. We can't afford to lose this, so let's try to give ourselves every advantage we can. Let's look for good Datacron here. I don't think we want the max health and protection one, though, because that's just going to make the detonators better, right? So we'll take this one. It does give us some health, though. Gives us offense. So armor penetration, tenacity, health. Maybe we could find one with a lot of tenacity and... I mean, we'll have tenacity up for the start of the battle anyway. These are all ones that we're going to want to use somewhere else. This one doesn't have health, and it does have tenacity. Okay, I think we'll take this one then. Take the C-3PO version of it. Mine went bad too today. If you get 300 tenacity on Marin, she won't even get a detonator. Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, you know, I should probably work on Marin. I should probably actually, in fact, like relic Marin past 5 and make her more durable, give her more protection. Not more health, but like some more protection and defense. Would probably make that matchup go better. Okay, let's get in here. Let's get in here and try to make this work. All right, I'm going to target Embo, and we're going to take the long way around. Okay. Things, stuff, junk. All right, reset over here. And now we'll go ahead and use Padme to buy more time. Okay. Let's do this half alt. Let's get Leia out of here. And then let's see if we can get Embo out of here. Come on, Embo. Can't dodge this, not if you're stunned. All right. Hee hee. Everybody dodges that, though. Ahsoka's trying to die over here. It's not making me too happy, but... let's just keep sending her in, trying to get a little more life on her. All right. Well, and there she goes. Get her armor shred here. Start working our way through Chrysanthemum. And this is just, you know, if he picks my... If he picks my Ahsoka when he does his ult, we're just doomed, you know? All right. He didn't pick my Ahsoka anyway. So that's good. Let's go ahead and armor shred again. Okay. Just stuff now. Okay. The ultimate going on here. Get him out of here. Now we just got to work our way through this chrysanthemum. Twice? We got to get this guy twice now? Got 3 armor shreds on him, so hopefully we'll be ramping up some damage here sometime soon. Okay. I'm just going to put it in auto. If I get Chrysanthemum dead, I think I may just let it time out. Because I don't think I'm going to kill him again. Well, so much for that idea. Go, go, go. I said auto. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. All right, that's him twice now, right? He shouldn't come back again. Okay. 43 seconds, and we have to kill before he gets his next ult. And Ahsoka just stalls out on her move. She's going nowhere. JMK is ramped up pretty good on his damage for his middle. Maybe we'll get this. All right, we got it. So We got it. I thought we were going to run out of time there, but okay. All right. Jabba down. Jabba down. Okay, let's look for some protection. Allies start with 15%, seems good. Make Skywalker a little more durable. I've even got a crit avoid arrow on Marin and it works wonders. I believe I do have a crit avoid arrow on my Marin as well, but I would have to check. I would have to check. Okay, here we go. Let's get in here. Doomed. Doomed, I tell you. I'm going to go for turn meter right away. And we're just going to swing away here. Throw a grenade, try to get some buffs off of people. Get an armor shred. Okay. What's interesting is that if you kill the clone once he's got like 1 hit point and Fives does the sacrifice, the clone gains hit points back, which is pretty cool. All right, we got speedy clones now, but doesn't look like we're gonna get to make use of them. Okay. All right, gas is back up for another round here. Throw some grenades again. Too much foresight. Can't get anything done. Elspeth down. Let's just keep these clones going. That's nice. Got a night trooper that we have to deal with. Let's try to get this spirit. That's good. See what we can get done there. It's looking good. Looks like we're going to contribute to that 86% win rate. Nice, nice, nice. Good job, Gas. 2 clones were sacrificed in the making of this victory. Okay. Okay. We've got 2 options, right? We can either just do the Mara Jade team, or we can try the UFU version that includes Malicos. With them having this Fulcrum Cron, makes me a bit nervous using this team. I played against the Fulcrum Cron recently, and Fulcrum killed my Star Killer in 1 hit. Just one-shotted my Star Killer. So I think I have to try this team. I suppose I can come back in with a different team. The Fulcrum Crown is dangerous. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Now I have to save good Jedi for the Gungans, though. That's the issue. So the other thing that we can do here is we could look to use JML, but we're going to have to use some kind of mediocre Jedi. We can use Cal here, but we've got to save like Revan and Luke. That's kind of the key to making the Jedi work against Gungans. So what other 2 Jedi? So we would take Luke, probably Probably. Boy, we don't have a whole lot of good Jedi left. We could take Bastian here, and then we could take something like Jolie Bindo and try to recover. My Jolie Bindo is only level or relic 3 though, so he's not a very durable Jedi, honestly. Let's give these guys a 15% cron for sure. We've got the Cal Kestis cron. It's got 12% protection, tenacity, health. The Cal Kestis cron is useful here, right? Getting an insta-kill quickly. I mean, if we don't have Fulcrum dead, the insta-kill will take care of that right away. So maybe we need that cron. Maybe that's better. I play the Seer team, no Malicos with Fulcrum and her cron. JC opponents have tried C and lost. Oh, you put the Seer team on defense with the Fulcrum cron, huh? With no Malicos. No Malicos with Fulcrum and her cron. Wow. Yeah, she is pretty dangerous. Ah, goodness, goodness, goodness. All right, well, I'm going to put in a better Jedi. I really don't want to drop this battle. Okay, in we go. We have made this battle work before. The question is, will we get it to work this time? Okay, target Rey here. And just keep targeting Rey. Okay, now we can target over here. Let's try to get a big swing here. We're not getting it. We're not killing her. We got damage immunity on her. They've already got inspired. Zoiks. Okay. Clean off Jedi Cal, I guess. All right, well, here we go. Let's take the ult. Is this the slowest Rey in the history of the universe, or what? I don't think we even got Rey through damage immunity yet. Get this nonsense out of here. Okay, okay. Got that nonsense out of there. Okay. Damage immunity popped over here, so let's go. Another armor shred on her, I guess. Come on, let's go. Ah! All right. We got it. We got it. That one last assist was enough. Okay. Gungans here. Ooh, boy. This could go badly, I think. My Jedi pool has greatly diminished. Rumors of me having good Jedi left have been greatly exaggerated. We need damage, right? We just need hits, actually. We just need hits. So we can potentially hit twice with him. Is there anybody else that double taps on a basic? Does he deal physical damage to target enemy twice? Kyle. Just get rid of more instances of the generator so that we can take that down, right? Is there something that stops me from assisting on the generator? I feel like there isn't. Like with Bo-Katan, I assist with the generator. Is there a daze or something that I have to watch out for? Mandalorians work versus Gungans. I feel like I need to keep Bo-Katan for that Lord Vader team, though. Because I have to use Bane on Queen Amidala, so I don't have Bane for the Vader team. And I've got to use SLKR, so I don't have SLKR. I had to use JML on the Rey, so I don't have that for... So I don't really have many options for Lord Vader. So I feel like I need to do something else here. All right, let's try to get this to work. I know I've got another 15% cron somewhere. I think I want that. Or is my only other 15% cron also my... that one. This is a 15% crown with riposte. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's try to get these Gungans. Okay, that's enough of you. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough, Gungans. That's enough. That's enough nonsense. All right, let's do this. And this. And this. Okay. Fail. Epic fail. 7 instances of two instances of shield left. This is the dispel buffs, right? Okay, that should be the generator. Okay. Here comes the damage again. Okay. Pass this around. Oh boy. Oh boy. Starting to look like I should have brought that Bindo in now, huh? Come on, Luke. It's going to be up to you, buddy. You're going to have to solo all of these. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, man. Not good enough, Jedi. Not good enough, Jedi. I use Treya for Gungans. Yeah, even Gear 12 Treya works. I've got Treya on defense. I have to have something on defense, right? Like, you got to have something on defense. Let's just look and see what else people are using against Gungans. Treya, Bane, different versions of Traya. Luke, but it's with Jedi Master Luke. Bo-Katan. Malgus. Gas. Inquisitors. Mon Mothma. 69% win rate. It's not good. CLS, 14% win rate. Okay, well, what does this mean to you? It means we go up here to Lord Vader, and we pick a bounty hunter team. And we take in bounty hunters. Relic 6 Maul. I don't have Beskar Mando to put in this team either. Without Beskar Mando, this is probably a no-go. Do we have an IG-88 Kron? We've got a couple bounty hunter Krons. Got Hut Kron, Hut Cartel stuff. Okay. I re-rolled my Cad Bane Kron, so I don't have that anymore. Dengar. Boba Fett. Let's just see. Let's just throw this and see. So the deal is we can't kill Piet, right? Game over. We can't do anything without Fennec, right? Oh, I really messed up. I messed up really bad. I took out Mandalorian. Oh my God, this is... Oh, I really messed that up. I really messed that up. The counter needs Beskar Mando. Yeah. Yep. All right, well... We got to beat these Gungans somehow. What does Sith Eternal do against Lord Vader? Is there any way we can actually leverage Sith Eternal against Lord Vader? Wow. There are 0 instances of Sith Eternal. I finally took Fennec's mods off for this GAC. Haven't used her in months. Yeah, same for me. Same for me, honestly. Okay. Oh, man. Just out of tools. The toolbox is out of tools. All right, well, let's try something wacky. Let's try something wacky just for the fun of it. Let's look for dark side tanks. And let's just make sure that I don't actually have the... I don't think I have the Sith team on defense. No, okay. Put in a Wattam bore here. And armor maybe. She'll die so fast though. She'll just be dead in a heartbeat. What else could I put in here as a tank? Just put in 3 tanks. And we'll try to link up a couple things. We'll try to get Maul and the tank killed. And then it's a 2-shot, right? So this probably doesn't work. And then we have to bring in a cleanup squad. And we come in and try to clean it up with troopers or something like that if we can. Dark side tank revive, we'll take that. And this is a bad matchup, but maybe we can kill a couple stuffs. That's the hope. So link up the tank and Thrawn. And Piet. We'll link them up. No matter what happens, I mean, even if they try to bring the tank back, he can't be revived when I kill him, so if we do get the ult off on Sith Eternal, we'll get those 2 guys permanently dead, at least. All right, and there's the first ult for Lord Vader. Easily taking out my tanks. We can relink now. So I think I'll take that. Because we might just... We might just kill Piet straight up. Okay, we got the ult. Let's see if we get to use it. Okay. We did got to use it. Can we just electrocute him and win? No. Oh, way more health than I thought. Okay, okay. Fine. Okay. No, target Thrawn. Why? Oh, he's marked. Why are you targeting him? Okay. All right. So 2 down. Now the question is there anything that I have that can clean this up? We'll take in Imperial Troopers. I don't know. Probably not good enough. I mean, they're good enough to take out solo Lord Vader. So what do we have that's still good enough to take out like 2 of these guys? What if we did Luke? Let's do the CLS team and just try to get in there, guns blazing, and see if we can take out these 2 ads before we get killed. Does permanently dead persist if you drop the battle? Since those weren't allies at the start of the fight, right? The dead allies are not allies at the start of the fight, so he can't possibly bring them back. Okay, I got some question marks on Vader. As he proceeds to crush the whole team with damage over times. I don't think blind really does anything for us here, but we'll keep going. We'll keep acting as if we're trying to win. We've got him in the yellow. Permanent ability block. Okay. All right. All right. We're grinding our way through it, though. Now let's try those Imperial Troopers. This, Herfer Cleanse, Snow Trooper Relic 8. Let's go. I think we want the Pietacron, though. Okay. Veer's in the lead. Piet, Dark, Iden, Snow Trooper. Let's go. We've got a cleanse, but we'll be ability blocked and won't be able to use our cleanse, right? I think I recall that being the case. Okay. We're going to give everybody turn meter. We'll do that cleanse. And now, we got him. Imperial Troopers. I would say still good after all these years, but it's not really that true anymore. Still mediocre after all these years. They haven't fallen to the bottom of the barrel. Still mediocre. All right. Mandalorians, we need another Mandalorian. What? She's a light side Mando, huh? Well, welcome to the team, Padawan Sabine Wren. Since we don't have Besky Mando. We'll take this. What are you using Bo-Katan on? I wanted to see if I could get Lord Vader. I was planning to use Bo-Katan on Lord Vader. But once I failed against the Gungans, I kind of felt like I had to use Bo-Katan on the Gungans because I don't know what else I have to use. So I went up and I flailed against Lord Vader until I beat him. And that frees up Bo-Katan then for this Gungan battle. So we're trying to salvage a purse from a pig's ear or whatever. Oh boy. Okay, so yep, light side Mandos. Let's go. And here comes all the damage, and the Gungans take 117 turns. Let's go. All right. It's getting there. It's almost our turn. Let's take that off of him, and let's just go in here and get all the assists we can and get that thing out of here. Get all those debuffs off. Man, that's an OP skill she has there. Cleansing, assisting, killing generators. Good stuff. All right. There we go. Bye, Jar Jar. We'll just take out the phalanx now because it's probably just going to get in the way anyway. Pew! Well, that wasn't impressive. I guess the Gungans do have really a lot of protection, though, so I probably shouldn't gauge how much damage she's doing by how much protection I take off a Gungan. All right, she's doing okay. She's not hitting like Bo-Katan, but Bo-Katan really really has exceptional damage. She has Bane-style damage. I remember back when people used to think that Jedi Knight Luke had good damage. Back in them days. All right, let's see how bad the back wall is here. Tuskens, Iden, and General Grievous with no stap. Okay, well, let's deal with this front wall and then see what's left for the back wall, because this has got to be Bane. Let's grab Darth Sidious. Surely you can't be Sidious. All right, here we go. Let's get this to work. No stamp, no stap is a wampa. Give him a good wampin'. All right, there we go. Take off all the foresights. That's fantastic. Good job, Sidious. Okay. Sidious out. And in we go. Phew! If Sidious gets to take off all of their foresights, that pretty reliably works. If you don't get to take off the foresights, that can be rough. Okay. Who do we want here? We want crew, probably first order officer would be good. We'll take Sith Trooper. And then I don't know if we still even have a dark side tank revive anywhere. 15% turn meter, that would be dangerous. .25% turn meter. Tenacity. We can use this one. Crit chance up, crit damage, offense up. I guess armor penetration. That's a pretty lame datacron. We've got to have something better than that. Yeah, here's just a better version of that, I guess. We're just looking for stats at this point. Cal Kestis Kron is free. We didn't use it for something else. This says crit chance, crit damage, and armor penetration. I don't know. We don't get any of the other benefits from it, but fine. Okay, and we go on Baylan. Now, the last time we did this, it really was one-sided. So let's see if that's, again, the case. Yeah, look at that. Very one-sided. Okay. Okay. All right. Now Leia. And we're going to use the Jyn Erso and Admiral Radish. Okay. We want this Kron with the resistance penetration. Yes. Okay. All right. And then we're going to hide Drogon. And we're going to try to one-shot Ezra Exile. Okay. So here we go. We'll go ahead and target Ahsoka. And we'll play a game of Hide the Drogon. Okay. Now we'll play a game of Hide Everybody But Jyn. Because that's fun. Okay. All right. And here we go. One shot? Yes. Solid. Okay, we've taken away her natural protection. She gets 17.4 billion protection up. So it doesn't really help that much that we took away her protection, but every little bit helps. Go Jin. Okay. All right, she lost the damage immunity, so yeah, all right. Now we're just going to try to stay on Ahsoka till Ahsoka die. Okay. Get her, put her on fire. All crits, come on. Let's just do the alt, let's go. Pew, pew, pew. Get her. Get her. Pew. All right. Auto. I don't know if you guys do that when you shoot your lasers. Do you actually say pew pew? If you don't go pew pew pew, it's pretty satisfying. It's pretty satisfying. Okay. Now, with all of the stuff that I've given up, what do I have? What do I even have left in the tank here? Guys, doesn't this ruin it for Jin? Doesn't that ruin it for Jin? At the start of the battle, if no other allies have the leader tag, oh, whenever a non-droid attacks out of turn, they gain offense up. Okay. First in, last out. If no other allies have the leader tag and all allies are non-droid troopers, yeah, okay. So it prevents her, it doesn't mess with her leadership, but it prevents that infinite revive nonsense. Okay. So we have a Malicos team. We have a Mara Jade team. As long as we still have a light side unaligned force user somewhere in the crew. Okay, here we go. Scavenger Ray. What do you guys think? Starkiller take out some Tuskens? Seems like he better, right? Let's go take a look. Tusken. What do you guys say? Chieftain or Chieftain? Chieftain, Chieftain? What? Are you kidding me right now? People are using Galactic Legends against this nonsense? They're using Galactic Legends all over the place. Radis, Lord Vader. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. This must beat Tuskens, right? I feel like it must. I can't think of what would stop this team from beating Tuskens. But I'm open to surprise, I guess. Let's target this warrior first. Let's get some stuns if we can. We did. This warrior, he's just not having any of it. All right, let's go over to the chieftain then. Let's kill some of these other guys first, I guess. Now we're going to have to start taking stuns, I think. Okay. "43 stacks of damage over time. Arnar. 56 stacks on Star Killer. Okay, that's how we lose. We lose to 1.4 billion stacks of damage over time. We still got 2 people in the fight. Okay, all right. Holy cats and rabbits. The no GL button is a good thing for Tuscans. Okay, Wampa here. Tenacity Cron if we have one. Sure, that's got some tenacity on it. 50% tenacity, let's go. I don't know why we need tenacity here. We don't even need tenacity for this matchup, right? All we need to do is make sure that we don't mistime things horribly versus the Droideka. I did that recently. My Wampa was at like 80% life and I accidentally ramped. And of course the Droideka had enough to annihilate me in one hit. Should have done the Wamp. All right. Here comes the hit from Droideka. Yeah, we're going to put the protection on. I'm not going to risk it. That Droideka's not going ever. I think. He's got 42 damage over times, so once he does go, should be pretty fantastic. He shouldn't have his pew pew up again, but we'll make sure we're safe. One shot to Droideka real quick. One shot Grievous on a counterattack. Let's go. Dat Wampado. Still fun. Pew. Okay, good. 68 banners. All right, now Iden. We've got Malicos. I think we've still got Imperial Remnant too. But we could take in the Malicos team. I feel like if you saw a Malicos on defense, you wouldn't pick Iden to beat it, right? At least that feels like the case. What other nonsense do we have to put in here? All right, we've still got some relic characters that we can fill in here, I guess. Nothing that great, but we'll fill them in. 198k damage is nuts. Dat Wampado. All right. Do we have Ufu? Have we used up all of our Ufu tricks? Looks like we have. All right, what's the best Kron we have left? Is it this? Probably this. Okay. Let's take in Malicos, and we'll just target Iden. Because I believe she can't get the res, right? Nice. Dark Trooper. Man, you messed it up. If my opponent watches this, yeah, take the Dark Trooper out of your Iden team. It really takes away from the effectiveness of the team. All right. We're clearing. We're clearing. Now we come to a screeching halt. Okay, Leviathan. Executor. Phew, I'll be lucky to clear this. These are both not high percentage wins for me, unfortunately. There's some little tiny trick to this that sometimes I win and sometimes, like, it really comes down to I'll have my alt at like 99% instead of 100%. And if I don't get it on that turn, I lose. But I don't feel like I'm doing things differently. I try to follow the exact same plan every battle. Doesn't always work out for me, though. So let's get in here and try it. Okay, target the tank. I do the Millennium Falcon first, so that when I do this move and get tenacity, then the Millennium Falcon also has tenacity. So that, I think, is useful. Okay. Now let's see if we can get some damage back over here. And I'll just get one hit. One teeny little tap. And everybody else has days on them, so there's nothing to be done there. Millennium Falcon stunned. Bring in this ship. Get some more tenacity. Now they brought in the numbers ship, which is interesting. I believe that's called an interceptor, but so is like 8 other different ships in the game. So we're going to have to knock some stacks off of that interceptor when we can. All right. Let's do this. And let's cleanse that and knock some stacks off of it. We'll give this a free turn and shake off these buffs. See, 93%, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it to 100% in time. And I don't understand, like I'll be at 98 or something. No, I got it. Okay. I got it. I got it. I did get it. Okay. So the number ship is at 17. I don't need to worry about that as much now but I will lose this ship. Oh, man. Okay. Get some area of effect out here. Get some damage done. I fought against the Leviathan. I didn't see a response from anybody in chat after my GAC, but I'll ask again. He had one reinforcement, and it was the Scimitar, or whatever that Maul's ship is called. And that was the only reinforcement he had, and it worked. I mean, that ship came in, and whatever happened, he got to his ult like super fast, and I lost that matchup. So is that like legit tech? is that something that people are doing? Or is that just like a one-time strange thing? This matchup, though. This matchup. Oh, goodness. All right. He's got a 7-star, punishing one, all decked out. All right. Let's go in and see what we can get done. If I saw Malicos on defense and there wasn't a busted Ufu, I would Malik solo them. If there wasn't a busted Ufu Kron. So you're saying if Malicos is on defense, you just do an Ufu Kron. Well, lose our punishing one already. 3 ships to 2 for now. And got to bring this in and try to stun. If I don't get the stun, things go bad real quick when you don't get that stun right there. My heal is almost useless because my ships are not in good shape here. Let's get over here. Start doing damage to this thing. And it lives. It lives. Of course it lives. This is just a loss. I'll bring in the Houndstooth, but I don't know what I could possibly do here. Maul makes every ship 15% faster, so you always win the race to the alt or beat Executor to alt sometimes. Interesting. But okay, this is a loss. Yeah, I mean, that was bad, right? It was bad right at the start. Because he got to go first and he did a bunch of damage to my punishing one, right? Fine. But then, like, from there, the amount of bad that happened is just impressive. Yeah, he got rid of my punishing one fast, and I tried to kill his punishing one, and I couldn't finish it. Probably should have brought in a different reinforcement. Maybe if I didn't rely on the stun for that first reinforcement and instead brought in something else, maybe it would have been better. All right, well, let's try the Chimera versus this. I don't have a whole lot of hope. Maybe I should try the Executrix version of it. Right? Try this Executrix version. Advanced Scythe Bomber. I think let's swap out for the tie like that. Nope, we have to have the scythe in at the start. Right. Yeah, I'll have to have the scythe in at the start. Let's do the tie and the bomber and reinforce, I guess. Okay, not much hope here. I don't think I can clean up this executor, but if I could have gotten rid of punishing one, maybe we would have had a chance here, but insta-kill. Not a scythe next. I don't even know what to do here. Do basic. Area effect kill. Let's just go for damage and try to kill something here. Come on. You gotta be kidding me right now. And we're stuck behind Hound's Tooth. Need some kind of area of effect if we could get it. Done. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do here. We've got Malevolence and Finalizer. Malevolence can't deal with Comeuppance is in the starting lineup. And there's no Ray. What? Comeuppance is in the starting lineup and there's no Ray. I don't know if that's an opening for us to do anything. I don't think we have enough ships of any sort remaining. So basically we've got a first order fleet and a I guess we could take Malevolence in here. Malevolence probably has a better chance here than First Order, I think. Because the First Order tank will just get blown up instantly, and then they'll just eat the TIE silencer for breakfast. So maybe we can get this to work. Oh my God, look how much protection up this ship got. Oh, okay, it went away. All right. That's good news. Best news I've had in a minute. All right. Buzz droids. Congratulations. Oh, come on. That punishing one is one tough punishing one. Okay. I think we just call a mass assist with spy and just try to... We did it! I did it! I did it! If punishing one was dead, the First Order fleet would have a decent chance against the Executor. Yeah, I think so. I think so. You were supposed to ability block Mando and hit punishing. You were supposed to stun punishing when Defender came in. When the reinforcement came in. You were supposed to ability block Mando and hit punishing. Okay. Okay. But still, what would that have changed? Not sure what that would have changed, because they killed the they killed my TIE fighter with the mass assist from the capital ship. Unfortunately, the capital ship was already wound up. You know, it had its skill ready to go first thing, which is pretty brutal. Okay, I don't know. This should be easy. I'll just take in too many ships, but I don't want to lose to this garbage. So, okay, here we go. The comeuppance is very weak. We have to get around the tank. But let's missile Poe. Since there's no Ray. Okay. Steal turn meter. And do stuff. The anti-crit buff is just amazing versus this fleet. All right, clear that off. And now we'll cleanse everything. Call an assist from the silencer. Should be able to get a crit. And off we go. Okay, this better not be, okay, it's not. I was going to say, it better not be Ray jumping in here and then doing like crazy stuff that I don't expect. Okay, dodged. Dodge, dodge, dodge. All right, steel turn meter here. Pew. Okay, throw on assist. And cleanse all that nonsense. Here's Ray. Hello, Ray. Have a big shot to the face. Pew! That was just one single big pew. It wasn't like a pew, pew, pew. It was just like a one big rock and roll pew. All right, 139,000 damage. Let's go. Because of the added TIE fighters from Scythe, you need them to kill the TIE fighter to make room for a reinforcement. Scythe marks the TIE fighter so they swarm it, but it also has foresight and dodges, so hopefully it gives you enough turn meter. Right, but unfortunately I wasn't going in against an executor on the first turn. I was going into an executor that I'd already completed a battle on. So the executor already had turn meter. He killed my TIE fighter with a mass assist from the capital ship before I even got a move. And then I think at least one of his other ships went. So it was a problem with turn meter. Oh my God, 1695. 16 sounds like a sales price at a market. All right, 4 battles against Lord Vader. Let's go. 2, 3. So I dropped a total of 4 battles, and 2 of them were multiples. That's pretty ugly. So if he full clears, he'll definitely win. My only hope is that he'll get stopped up somewhere on defense, but I mean, he's got plenty on offense. So probably another loss on banners. But moral victory, I did manage to clear that side of the board. So there you go. Okay. Well, that's the GAC. But you still got Defender in. It actually worked out the way it was supposed to anyhow. Says KY. I feel like the design of how mods work is so strong. Have you played Jedi Fallen Order? Jedi Fallen... No, I don't think I've played Jedi Fallen Order. I have not. The mods in that game are pretty strong, huh? All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for me for tonight. Thanks all for hanging out and watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to call it a night. Get on out of here. Get back to doing some other things. But, you know, I do appreciate y'all. So thanks for watching. And please remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe, notification bell, all of those things. And, of course, join us on the Discord. We got a nice Discord server. It's a Cool place to hang out for new players, mid-game players, lots of well-informed people to answer your questions. There's an Ask Loquitur channel. I can help you out. If you got questions, just let me know. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next holocron.